Good morning, y'all. It's going to be a really quick Tuesday tally walking through the garden today because I've got a lot to do. And I got to be honest, I've not been out here to get anything done in the last really week and a half. It's been busy. We had some family members come in from out of town. It was great to see them, hang out with them for a little bit. And it's been raining a lot. So I'm not really sure what the garden looks like right now, but let's go take a look and see. Might as well start where we always start, here in my little garden garage workspace. I've been starting seeds, getting ready for fall, and you can see I've got a lot going on here. My work table is officially full, and you can see I moved the Mr. Stackies into the garage. I don't really know what I'm going to plant in those yet, but something's going in there. This green stalk still needs to get moved, and I do know where it's going. I'm in that process, but because of the weather, it's been kind of hard to get to it. This one, I don't know, it's struggling a little bit. It's getting some sunburn. It's got some aphids. It's drying out faster than it typically does. But I mean, the sweet potatoes are flowering, and the cowpeas that are in here just happen to be more of a vining cowpea, and I didn't realize that when I planted them. So they're kind of going all over the place. It's harder to see these than some of the other ones because they're a much smaller, daintier plant, and they're getting hidden by the sweet potato vines, of course. I do have this one sweet potato vine down here that I was supposed to drop off at my cousin's house, and I still have not done that. Hopefully I'll remember to do it this coming weekend. The peppers that came from Burpee, I'm not sure if you can see them because it's kind of shadowy down here. These peppers are actually doing pretty good, and they are flowering and starting to put on fruit. I need to weed them and, I don't know, do something with them. Give them some fertilizer or something. The okra is completely overrun with mealybugs, and they are suffering. These have been in since, oh gosh, I don't know when I planted them. Very early in the spring. And so I'm going to go ahead and pull those and get some new ones planted. I replaced my timer. I found out why my green stalk in the back had not been getting watered, and it was because the timer died. So I've got to get everything going back there again. It's struggling. You'll see that when we get back there in the back again. Tons and tons of weeds, as always. But that is just this time of year. It is super hot, super humid, and I just don't want to be out here. This green stalk is doing very well, actually, considering that it gets blasted with the west sun and does not get watered regularly unless it rains. I did go ahead and add in green stalk trellises on all of the sweet potatoes just to kind of pull them up a little bit, give them a little bit more space, and allow the cowpeas that are in here to get more sun. Pentas are really pretty. This green stalk is Red Ripper cowpeas, and they're flowering and they are filling out nicely. I'm going to keep it turned this way so this side can get a little bit more sun. You can see how much more sun really affects the growth of the plants. They really like to have their sun. So this side is a little slim because it's been facing the back. Let me get down here and show you how pretty the flower is on this Red Ripper. Isn't that a gorgeous blossom? So we're going to be getting red rippers here very, very soon. And we'll just add that to my list of things to do. This is an entire mess because this rose bush, or I should say these 3 rose bushes that are in here, make it really hard to weed. But I'm going to have to get down on my hands and knees, get underneath them, and suffer a little bit to get that cleaned up. Don't know, I think I've got a spider web in my hair. Something is hanging on to my arm and I don't know why. We've got an okra bloom here. I think they're so pretty. Now these okras were getting pretty beat up the other day by the wind. You can see all the stakes are just like completely turned over, doing everything except what they were supposed to be doing. But looks like they held their own pretty good. I'll come out here and fix those a bit. But we got some new okra coming in on these plants. I know somebody's going to ask me why I don't plant a lot of okra. I don't eat it. I only grow it for my husband. So it's plenty for him with the few plants that I do plant. We still have some strawberries coming in on this green stalk. These are going to be coming out, and we've got the Covington sweet potatoes that have such a small and petite leaf structure, and the vine is so small. I mean, the peas that are in here are a bigger plant than the sweet potatoes are, and I just think that's so fascinating. But yeah, I'm gonna get all of these strawberry plants out of here. I just still don't really know what I want to do with them. I am finishing up my green stalk layout for the fall. And I guess once I figured that all out, then I'll be able to see which beds are available. So I think I really want to go with beds for the strawberries. They seem to do better for me in a bed. And I will also move these strawberries into a bed. I'll probably keep the ones in the strawberry planter, but these others down here in these pots, I'll probably just go ahead and take those out. So walking under the mulberry tree here and coming around the back, oh, I've got a couple strawberries here. I wonder if the birds have pecked these. They're really tiny. Nope, these aren't even ripe yet, and the birds have not seen them. So I'm gonna have a little snack in a couple days, maybe about 2 days, and give those a chance to ripen up. I'm not sure which cowpeas are in here. I'm not about to hunt for a tag either. I don't know which ones are in here. I have it written down somewhere, but there's also a tag somewhere in this green stalk. I will find out which ones these are, but these are going to be coming along a little bit later than the others because I did not plant these early. Still, the celeries are still down here and still pushing new leaves. I am going to get this all cleaned up because I have decided that I'm going to use all 4 of these containers for celery since the celery did so well here. These are Purple Majesty sweet potatoes that are not loving their life because they are not getting very much sun. The good thing is I do have Purple Majesties planted somewhere else, and I believe they are in the front bed and this one blue raised bed that I have behind me. You can see the soil level here is really, really low. This is one of those beds that I want to get everything out of so that I can go ahead and add new soil. But for right now, I'm going to just leave it alone and hope that these sweet potatoes at least give me some small tubers. I still have not gotten around to pulling out the red currant tomatoes, and I need to figure out what I'm going to do with this pot. I know my husband did harvest some tomatoes from this plant over the weekend, and he ate them. And the guinea pigs ate some as well. But there's a couple of red cherries that are also up there. And I was wondering what happened to the red cherry tomato that was planted in here, and it's just vined itself all around and gotten mixed in with the other one, and I just missed it. Not a whole lot going on over here, just a bunch of weeds. These grass weeds are an absolute nuisance, and there's really not a whole lot that I can do about them because it's Southwest Florida and it's rainy season and it's hot. Let's see. These tomatoes have not been watered with anything other than rain lately. I have 2 cherry tomatoes still left on here before I snatch the plant out, because the plant has been doing a pretty good job of ripening up these tomatoes. We've just actually been taking them and eating them, so I decided not to take the plant out yet. This tomato, which I don't even know what it is, has not produced anything, but then again, it's really late in our season, and it was pretty silly of me to put it out here. Sweet potatoes over here are doing okay, and they are starting to pick up speed, so I like that. The zinnias look great. We have sweet potatoes back here that are doing pretty good considering how much shade they are in, but they're doing pretty good. I don't know if you guys remember, there was a giant weed that was standing right here, kind of growing into a tree, and I got that out, and that kind of helped those guys out. Got a lot of grass weeds on the backside that need to come out from around the verbena, but other than that, not bad at all. The zinnias that we shook the seeds off earlier are starting to bloom here. I don't see anything else going on around here. Oh, we've got an oleander moth. They look like wasps. They are black and white, and they have a blue thorax. They're really pretty, but the fact that they're here frightens me, because that means all of my desert roses are in trouble. They are going to be eaten. I'm sorry, bird. I didn't mean to scare you. We've got some more Christmas lima beans coming on in this jungle. I am going to have to bite the bullet and just pull it, because it's doing entirely too much at this point. It's holding on to my rosemary, and although it is still flowering, I don't think I'm going to get a significant amount of beans from it this late in the season. It's pretty hot. It's doing pretty good in this area because it's in shade, but you can see it does have some rust on it. It has, you know, a couple bugs down in here chewing on it, and I don't know. We'll see how time goes. The orchid is about to bloom again, and this is a fragrant orchid. It's a Laeliocattleya, and I can't see the entire tag to tell you the full name of it, but I do love every single time that it blooms because it smells delicious. More weeds. Oh crap. I forgot I had okra coming in out here. They actually still feel pretty tender. This is heavy hitter okra, so I need to get these cut off. We don't want to waste those. I'll get those. Oh, we got more of the shimmer tomatoes that have ripened, but you guys see the mealybugs? You see the mealybugs? They are the bane of my existence right now, because everything that I can still get to produce right now is being attacked by mealybugs, and that is why I do not actively garden in the summertime. It's just too much to fight off all the bugs. My privet cassia is still suffering. I actually had my youngest son out here with me a couple months back, and he asked if he could help, and I said, okay, fine. Let me give you some pruners, and I probably should not have decided to give him pruners. And I told him to cut off all of the seed pods. And he got a little excited and started cutting off a whole lot more of the plant than just the seed pods. And so now it looks like a skeleton. So what I'm probably going to do is go ahead and pull it out. I really wanted to keep this tree here. I like the way it looks here, but I think I'm going to pull it out. Just sacrifice having the privet cassia, even though it is a host plant for the sulfur butterflies and they love it. But I'm not loving it here since it's been traumatized. And it is very, very weedy. It throws seed pods everywhere. That's a privet cassia. That's a privet cassia. They're just all over the place. Now, I did put in mimosas here, and they are blooming. They look great. I love them. I need to take out the Supertunia Vista bubblegum, get that out of there. But there's another privet cassia hiding right there in the middle of the mimosas. So I think if I just go ahead and pull it out, I may let one of these seedlings grow up and take its place. I don't know. I have to make a decision on that. Hi, Blue Jay. How are you? Let's see if I can get the Blue Jay on camera before he flies away. There's no seed in there. Yeah, eat the things that are growing in the palm tree. Thank you. Appreciate it. I need to go ahead and take out the fanflower. It was traumatized when I weeded around it. I need to just take it out. I've got to clean up all of this mess back here in this jungle. I just don't have the time or the motivation with this heat. Let's see if we got any okra over here that needs to be pulled so I can remember to get it. I do see some flowers, but I don't see any okra yet. So we're okay there. I've got a little bit of time. I did start harvesting the purple hull pink eye peas the other day. And I only took those that were papery dry. So I've got new ones that are drying here. Some of them don't really color up completely. And then some of them get their color, and I guess I missed them, and they turn this color. There was a beautiful assassin bug that I found on here while I was harvesting, and I am so glad to have seen him. Oh, wait, here he is. There he is. Over here doing his hard work. There are aphids in here, there are mealybugs in here, there are ants in here, and that guy is helping to control them. So I told him he is fine where he is as long as he doesn't bite me. Then I won't mess with him. But you can see we've got a lot of the purple hull pink eye peas that are here now. I did have to seed some of these lower levels a little bit later in the game because they did not germinate, and the lower level is now starting to produce. It's gonna be some good eating. We're still getting flowers over here. I have a bunch of weeds growing in the middle of my succulent tower that I need to pull out. I've got a succulent that is in bloom, and that is gorgeous. We've got cosmos that have opened up, and I have missed their prime, so they're not all that pretty right now. The sweet potato mess is quite the challenge. I gotta say, I am enjoying having all of these sweet potatoes planted because I'm really looking forward to the mystery of the harvest. But next year, if I decide to plant 13 different varieties of sweet potatoes, I am really gonna have to think long and hard about how I'm going to contain them. That, or I'm just gonna have to let it be wild and crazy again. We've got some Bisbee Black cowpeas that are blooming and producing here. Let me see if I can spin this green stalk in one direction or the other. But again, very pretty blooms. This one is a little bit lighter color than the Red Rippers, but still very pretty. And we've got pea production coming right along here. The slash pine has put on probably about 3 feet of growth since I planted it, and I am so happy with it. It is quite prickly, but I cannot wait until it is nice and tall and creating a little bit of shade over here. The blue green stalk here, I've honestly not been out here to do a whole lot of watering, but I can't do a full spin on it because if you look down here, I've got some tangling going on with the vines of the Beauregard. Let's see if I can get it to keep going. Let go, Beauregard. All right. Okay, so I got the Beauregards to let go. Well, mostly. I'm going to have to get down there and twine up those Beauregards, or they're going to put sweet potatoes all over the ground. Now, this is a big mystery. I don't ever know what's going to be around here because I don't come back here very often. So we're going to move quickly. It is time to pull out the Helen von Steins. They are done. There is nothing I can do with those. I actually did a trimming here, and it doesn't look like I trimmed anything. So I'm going to have to come in here and do another cleanup. I guess when I trimmed it, I got them all excited and they started growing faster. The Lisianthus is all done. There is a Privet Cassia, so maybe I'll just let this one grow up as a tree and fill in that spot. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. This lantana is humongous. Lots of cleaning that needs to be done. Lots of cleaning. I'm not sure what this is vining here. That's the Christmas lima bean. Y'all, the Christmas lima bean is climbing up the tree. It's like all the way up the tree. All right, so I can't right now. My brain can't even process that right now. Green Cascade is doing pretty good. I like the color that's on it. It's healthy. It's got a little tinge of red. This is the sun that it gets for the day. So when that east sun moves over to the front yard, this thing gets no more sun for the rest of the day. The mess that needs to be cleaned. I think I'm gonna have to just sacrifice the I just said the name of these on the other side and now I can't think of what it is. Verbena. These are meteor showers verbena, proven winners. And I think I'm gonna have to just sacrifice them in order to clean that out. They are literally engulfed in these weeds that are covering up. Oh, come on. My poor loropetalum down there just doesn't stand a chance. I gotta get this cleaned up or I'm gonna lose that loropetalum. Red maple's looking good. That's about the best I've seen it look this year. So yeah, I'll take it. I still have not pulled out the clerodendron here, but I'm gonna get to it. It may not happen until September when it's not quite so humid. We will start to lose our humidity a little bit. The temperature's still going to be high. We've got some rosebuds coming in here. This green stalk's been completely ignored and it is time for me to snatch everything out of it. I am contemplating what is going to actually be growing in it, so I'll figure that out soon. I don't know what kind of bean this is, but it's flowering, so I'm gonna let it flower. Y'all have seen the mess that this is, and I am not going into it right now. It is what it is. It's too hot. But y'all, let me come over here and show y'all the biggest frustration. The sweet potato vines are supposed to be inside the greenhouse. Talked to my husband and he told me, oh, don't worry about it. Just let them do what they do. It's no big deal. As long as you can contain them and you don't let them get to the ground, then just let them come on out the top. Y'all, why did I listen to him? Why didn't I cut these things off when I had a chance? Oh, we got some green onions that survived. I did trim these last week. Can you tell where I trimmed? I don't know if you can tell where I trimmed, because I can't tell where I trimmed, but I did trim these. Now, the Beauregards are 3 weeks from their expected harvest date. So you do see some yellowing going on in here. The plants are starting to die back a little bit. However, I think most of that dieback is due to a lack of sunlight, because sweet potatoes don't really die back for us. They'll live all year for us here. And just when we think we've pulled them out, they will sprout again from a potato that we didn't pull out of the ground. We've got, I did see a fritillary caterpillar on here the other day, so you'll see some chewing going on with the passion vine, but it's vining. Oh, actually, there it is. There's a new one. That's not the one I saw. This is a very, very little one. The one I saw the other day was a little bit bigger than that. But sweet potatoes, they've come out and they're going all over the place. They're going all over the place. I need to do a little bit of trimming. Somebody's flying a drone and it's kind of upsetting a bird that's flying up there. How have y'all let me forget to trim this for so many weeks? I'm gonna do it. Oh, we've got a pepper. It's ready to come off, and we got a whole bunch of peppers that are coming up behind it. I always knock one off when I try to do this with one hand, but I got a ton of them on there. So that's gonna be a good harvest. I'm gonna get this all cleaned up. I did find some of my little pearl onions bulbing here. I just dropped in a couple seeds here just to see what these would do, and I dropped those in, gosh, I don't know, August, September. and I had my son to taste them. He said they are very strong, they burned. So, very, very strong onion. These are one of the other containers of Purple Majesty sweet potatoes. They are looking pretty good. I've got, let's see, what is this? Oh, these are my jasmines that I have yet to plant. There's some spider webs. I need to try to get these out of the way before I walk through here. And the strawberries here that get no attention. They are overdue for some fertilizer. We've got some green onions here. And the basil and parsleys that I harvested a couple weeks ago are starting to rebound. Doing pretty good. The bird bath needs to be dumped. I've got to bring down this copper leaf, but I'm gonna leave it up for just a little bit longer until I can get out here to do a little bit of cleanup. Get off my leg, because it hides some of the mess. So I'm gonna leave it for now. My hibiscus is yellowing. I need to get it fertilized. Oh, the alamanda's looking great. It's actually blooming its head off right now. And I put these in as dinky little alamandas. So, oh, there's my buddy. Hello. Oh, geez. He's run off and hiding. Hi, the people want to see you. There he is. Can you see him? Hey. This is his domain. This little section here, he likes to go from the chair to the green stalk and back and forth and back and forth. And I love that he lives here. Got to do a little bit of cleanup. Got to pull those mums out of there. And I've got to figure out something else to get popped down in the middle there. Looks like our milkweed has recovered from the monarchs chewed it clean. It's a nice new growth on there. I had to pause for a bit. My neighbor's dog does not like me, was walking by, so I didn't want to get him all riled up and then she'd have to fight with him while she's out here. The zinnias are now blooming. We've got lots of buds in here, and I think they are going to prove to be a good idea for this little spot. I just got to get my boys to stop hitting the trellises when they go by. They got their new basketball hoop, and that ball goes everywhere. So we've got some good vining going on here with the cowpeas that are planted. Let me see if I can figure out which ones these are. Oh, this is the Mayo speckled pea, one of the Native American cowpeas, and there are some red rippers in here, and there are some Dixie Lee Crowder peas in here. So different peas, just basically filling in space, and got some sweet potatoes there. So that is it, y'all. That is the Tuesday tally for this week. I gotta get the sun out of my eyes. It's hot. It's very hot, and I want to go take a shower now. Gotta get the sweat off. Thanks so much for hanging out with me, guys. I will see you soon.